The presentation of the colors is brought to you by the United States Coast Guard.
Chief's mess, attend, hut!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Fairhope Pirates ranked number 5 in 7A. They know they're going to the playoffs. Baker's got to do something they've never done in 23 chances. That would be beat the Pirates. If they want to stay alive, they're still going to need a little help to get into the postseason. It's a battle tonight to get ready for the big dance that starts in a couple of weeks. Tonight here in Fairhope, 7A style, the Hornets and the Pirates. Kickoff comes up right after this.
This is Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals, presented by Sonic.
Coach Steve Norman and the Baker Hornets, his 4th year here. They've been in the playoffs the last 2 years in a row. They need a win here tonight to keep their playoff hopes alive. And then you've got Coach Carter for the Fairhope Pirates, his 8th season. They're ranked number 5 in 7A, only 1 loss on the year. They know they're going to the playoffs. Just these teams don't know where they're going to be in the region's seedings when the playoff starts in a couple of weeks. Good evening from Fairhope. I'm Jim Cox, my partner Dan Brennan, for the matchup here tonight between the Baker Hornets and the Fairhope Pirates. And boy, Dan, we're going to get just a lot of athletes on the field on both sides, and really some special players that if you're into recruiting, you're going to want to be paying attention to tonight.
Yeah, you can watch it with the sound down. Might be the better way to go. But anyway, if you do that, you're going to notice this guy because he's that good. He's a big kid, too. He's a quarterback, Josh Flowers, for Baker High School. He's already been offered by the University of Alabama, along with many other Power 5 schools. He's elusive. He's athletic. He's accounted for 17 touchdowns. He can really throw it, and he can really run it. I don't know what else you want.
We saw this team last year, and we were impressed by the poise he had as just a sophomore. So can't wait to see him play here as a junior. Now, this Fairhope team, they come in, and they're 7-1 on the year. Their only loss, a 1-point loss here to Foley a few weeks back. But I think they've overperformed a little bit this year, according to a lot of people looking at this season before it started. But, it's just like we've seen in years past in Fairhope. They got special kids who just get out there and get after it on both sides of the ball sometimes.
Yeah. And one guy is on both sides of the ball, too. You're right. Holland Brock, big number 11, good-looking athlete, too. He'll be defensive end. If they got to spot him at linebacker, they'll do that as well. Offensive side, don't forget about him. He's a tight end and an H-back, special athlete, great baseball player, by the way. It looks like he's going to get a chance to play at the next level in baseball. He's a catcher on the Fairhope Pirates baseball team. So good athlete, good player, good teams.
Yeah, we joked we had him on the pregame show. It's like Disney, central casting. We need a high school football player, high school baseball player. Here's Holland Brock. This is what it looks like. All right, get ready for our kickoff tonight. 7A Region 1 matchup. Two teams we haven't seen all year, just 2 weeks to go in the regular season. And kickoff comes up after this. But first, the special message from the City of Mobile and their Kindness Counts campaign. All right, just about ready to get this one underway here tonight in Fairhope.
Broadcasting this game as the game of the week. that will create some interesting moments.
All right. Let's quickly get to the coin toss here as Fairhope and Baker playing tonight. WC Major Stadium. Jim Cox, Dan Brethen with me, and we'll get down to Heather Healy on the sideline here as looks like Fairhope, Baker wins the toss. And they will defer, so it'll be the Pirates getting the ball first. Let's go down the sidelines and welcome in Heather Healy tonight. Heather.
Good evening, gentlemen. That cannon wasn't as loud as last year, which is a good thing for me down here. Let's start with Fairhope first. Their injury report has got really a laundry list. They have their kicker. They have half of their secondary out and sprinkle a little bit of the offense here and there, but they've just needed to win every single week, and they've come together to win every single week to stay in that win column. For Baker, they need to get back in that win column, and they're wanting to put so much pressure on Caden Creel all night long, and they're wanting to focus on that as much as they can, keep that offense off of the field as much as they can, and turnovers is going to help as well, guys.
All right. Munson
Preston Godfrey takes the kickoff,
sends it off, and Preston Godfrey the return for the Pirates, and we'll see this Fairhope offense. They put up a bunch of points each week, averaging almost 40 points a game, 38 to be exact, coming into this one. 7-1, ranked number 5. And it's an offense, Dan, as the viewers will see here tonight. It's hard to simulate in practice. So much motion and misdirection in the backfield, really tough for teams to get ready for.
And this is the perfect quarterback for all of that, Caden Creel.
5'9", 190 pounds, and not much doing here on first down. He's thrown 9 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. And Quaylen McCants, who's been out banged up, he's back in the lineup tonight. Jackson on the outside, and they'll look for him. Ben Mosley's the guy they will throw it to mostly. He's got 42 catches on the year. Booth, the tight end as well. Kane, Gillen, Herrick, Azar, and Nublet up front here for the Pirates on 2nd and 8. Decked out in their pink tape and gloves for Breast Cancer Awareness Month as motion comes Solomon, and the give inside again goes to McCants, who's going to pass the 500-yard mark tonight, but he's been out for about a month. He's got 13 touchdowns on the year. This Baker defense got 10 takeaways on the year. Williams, Jackson, and Knight, the sophomore. Griffin, their second leading tackler at linebacker, but Byers is what it really rolls through. He's got 91 tackles on the year. Let the other linebacker and the 2-year starter, Dylan Hudson, also there. Quincy Horn, Michael Johnson, the junior. Hurst and Kelly round out the starting lineup for the Baker defense. They lost last week by a score of 37-20 to Mary Jews. Actually, 2 weeks ago, they were off last week. Gave up 17 points in the final 3.5 minutes of that game. As you see Tim Carter, what he's done here in Fairhope, and he's really proud of what this team has accomplished so far here tonight to be 7-1 heading into week 9.
Yeah, I think they've overachieved. He's had a lot of injuries, too. And in high school football, it's really tough to overcome those injuries. Looks like we've got one right now on the field, too.
Yeah, so as they tend to the injured Hornet, we'll take a timeout early here at Fairhope.
The cheerleaders are active still split the top tickets. Remember last week we gave away over $500 for the winner. Young man bought 1 ticket. Don't do that, though. Buy about 50 tonight and help out our cheerleaders.
Tristan Knight, the sophomore, was able to get up. Number 54, you see him over there on the Baker sideline. He heads off on his own power, so hopefully he'll get back out here. This is what Coach Norman told us before the game, Dan. He's like, if we can slow him down on first down,
back to play, it's third,
get him in these third and long situations. This is where that's what they want to do.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of respect for Creel because he does it with his feet, his head, and his arm as well.
Yeah, Creel had a 78-yard run against Bryant that was highlights all over the country. Now they dump this one out of the backfield, picked off, intercepted, and going the other way, in for the pick 6. What a start for the Baker Hornets. Jaden Brooks
returns it for the touchdown.
Comes up with the interception. Number 9 on the year, thrown by Caden Creel. And 3rd and 7, they get the pick 6 to start it. What a start for the Hornets.
Yeah, they're going for the safe throw. That's what's ironic here, Jim. Just a safe throw.
Goes off, up off the hands of McCants.
Yep. And you know, McCants has been out for a while. That's not the sort of play he wanted coming back.
And the PAT is up, and Baker with a pick six to start it. Tipped off McCants' hands. Brooks takes it in for the score, and Baker, who needs a win to stay alive in the playoff chase, on top early in this one.
And Darby Clark, Peyton Dicker.
Jaden Brooks with a pick six. What a start. Big smile on the senior here. And you mentioned McCants, just returning after being out for the last month. Throw was maybe a little high, but he's going to pull that down almost every time. And just, boy, you see it so many times. That tip ball leads to trouble for the offense. And Brooks with the 4th interception of the year for the Baker Hornets. Gets them on top by a score of 7-0. And not, like you said, not a dangerous throw, just a safe little swing out of the backfield on 3rd and 7.
Exactly. So, Fairhope's looking to get him in 3rd and longs where Creel might have to throw downfield. That'd be dangerous, but that was intended just to hopefully get a block and get 10 yards.
And Munson will kick off again. He's only sent 2 through the end zone this year, and he sends this one short to the far side, inside the 20, and
Godfrey, number 3, from the 15-yard line. Griffin makes the tackle.
Godfrey again on the return, and we'll see Caden Creel come out now. You got to shake that one off. You got to have that short-term memory if you're a quarterback.
Yeah, no kidding. Just came out of the off the field, spit out his gum, and said, "Let's try it again."
All thanks to the Recreation Department, the City of Fairhope.
Over 2,300 total yards of offense on the season for that young man. Creel with the give. Nice.
Preston Godfrey right up the middle.
Godfrey, Jr.
Got the
72nd carry on the year. He's got 8 touchdowns on the year, and able to get our first
Beckham on the tackle for Hornets.
First down of the night. That one brought to you by USA Health, and Godfrey, good-looking running back's been kind of the workhorse with McCants out here lately. We'll go right back to him on the right side this time, and he's out to
Godfrey again on the
45.
And get out to the 46-yard line. The 2nd and 3 for the Pirates. Myers on the tackle.
A nice pickup of 7 there on first down, and we're going to get this one before the snap took place.
Yeah, I mean, even the offensive lineman shifting.
And it's going to be a
for the snap,
down.
encroachment on the defense. Penalty 5 yards from the previous spot, results in a first down.
So much motion, misdirection, formations.
Yeah, you're not used to seeing the linemen do that, so there was a jump on the line of scrimmage. They'll have to hold their water on that.
First down, Pirates.
Now Fairhope into Baker territory. Godfrey in motion. We'll see Creel keep it himself this time, and you can see why he's so dangerous as he picks up 8 on first down. And Coach Norman said he just scares the heck out of you. He said because he can just do so much. He called him referred to me as Johnny Dang Manziel out there.
Wrapped up in Houdini or something like that.
That's exactly what it was.
So, quick feet for Caden Creel, and he's played this game all his life, probably at quarterback.
See the shift again of the entire offensive line for the Pirates at the 42. Godfrey have another Pirate first down here.
Godfrey doing a good job of running right through contact, Jim.
Down, Pirates.
You can see how this offense can really wear a defense down.
It's got to have so much eye discipline.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Norman was talking about on the pregame show with us.
Yeah, and the blockers come at you from different directions, too.
Now, scrambling around is Creel. Manziel-like. And he slips down at the 30, but he's going to pick up 7 on first down.
He's kind of fun, huh?
Unless you're the defense.
Unless you're in white. Caden Creel makes a spin that he splits defenders. Makes another nice move.
Timothy Williams is like, come on, man, that's not fair. Again, second and short here for the Pirates, and wasn't just Baker's coach singing his praises. Tim Carter telling us before the game how much Creel has meant to this team this year. They've battled a lot of injuries, but Creel's been the constant as he leads them to another first down here, giving it off to Godfrey.
And as much as he has the ball and runs and throws with it, it's amazing he hasn't been hurt.
Right.
Because he's not big.
No. But Godfrey has stayed in here after the ball went off McCance's hands on that first series, which led to the Baker touchdown. Godfrey again on the right side. This time Dylan Hudson, the junior, will wrap him up.
Everybody blocking down on that offensive line, and once again finding a good crease. They're starting to find their rhythm a little bit, Jim.
Yep, picked up 5. There now. Solomon again in motion as he usually does. Creel will keep it. Creel looks to the outside. He's going to step out of bounds at the 25, and that's going to be good for another USA Health. First down. We get around the 15, I should say, into the Dr. Pepper maroon zone here. And good looking drive for the Pirates.
Yeah, and a lot of it is Creel. He had to be a pain in the neck in youth ball, right? How did you stop?
Recess?
Like a cloud of dust out there in the playground.
At the 16. Two receivers up top and go right back to Godfrey. Good blocking.
Godfrey goes right up the middle to the 11-yard line.
Up the middle before he's wrapped up there by Jaden Brooks, who's got the lone touchdown in the game so far. But again, 5 yards on first down.
Oh, yeah. Good blocking up front. Godfrey picks a hole and gets all positive yards. Since that first drive, this offense has looked completely different.
Yep, those first 2 plays, they didn't.
No.
It was 3rd and 7 when he threw the pick 6. Creel again. Godfrey. Now the Pirates defense tightens up a little bit on that. We're going to bring up a 3rd and about a yard.
Gain of 4. A 3rd and 1. Williams makes the tackle. The 3rd and 1 for the Pirates.
As we approach the halfway point here, the opening quarter. Again, we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout called on the field.
Hey, we've teamed up with Dr. Pepper and
Dan, tell us about Dr. Pepper.
Well, we've teamed up with Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola Bottling Company, united to bring you the ultimate high school football experience. So if you love Dr. Pepper, you want to win some cool stuff, sign up for free, and you can do that. You might win tickets to the college football playoff national championship game.
Somebody's going to win them.
Somebody is.
Might as well be you, right?
Why not? drpepper.com. Sign up for Pepper Perks. Why don't you do that today?
All right, so 3rd and 1. Creel gives it to Godfrey. Godfrey takes a big hit, but needed less than a yard. And he's going to have the first down. It'll be 1st and goal. There's Byers in there for
the Pirates.
The Baker defense. 91 tackles on the year. He's also got a nose for the football. 2 fumble recoveries on the season. And 1st and goal from inside the 4 here for the Pirates. Creel again. Godfrey will number down to about the
1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Derek Pickens in there.
Well, now you see how big that pick 6 was, because this offense, now that it's humming, Baker scored when Fairhope had the football. That probably is only going to happen one time tonight.
Yeah, Baker's offense is yet to be on the field.
Exactly.
We're approaching 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter.
Yep.
Second and goal from the 1. Godfrey, big hole on the right side. He's in for the Pirates touchdown.
Godfrey, touchdown, Pirates.
Did you jump at the cannon?
I did not. I'll tell you what, physical offensive line, physical running back, and they just ran it down Baker's throat here the second time they had the football.
For the score.
Let's watch Godfrey goes in for his second, 9th touchdown of the season. And you see the cannon in the background.
Caught it on camera. Cool.
And PAT. We got a tie ball game.
McKellar on the point after is good.
4:55 to go. It was all Godfrey on that drive along with Creel. And the Pirates tied up at 7 here in the first.
And Shannon.
So it's been impressive a couple different ways. Impressive Baker defense in the first drive to get the pick 6, and then really impressive 13-play drive, almost 6 minutes off the clock by that Pirate offense.
Yeah, but we haven't seen Josh Norman or Baker on offense yet, and that's probably a lot of the reason a lot of you are watching right now.
We'll talk all about Josh Flowers, the quarterback been offered by Alabama and many others, Arkansas, you know, and then there's
Florida,
yeah, plenty more to come as well.
Just a junior. We'll see him now.
Campbell McKellar on the kick here.
McKellar to kick for the Pirates.
Cam Ward back deep, but they'll pooch it up to the near side. That ball's going to hit the ground at the 20. And this is coming up the near side. Rod Taylor, now he breaks the tackle, and Taylor inside the 30. He's going to go all the way. We still won't see Josh Flowers, Dan Brennan.
Yeah, but he'll take that. Coach Norman says, okay, offense can't be on the field. I'll trade that for 6 in the kick game.
A special teams touchdown and a pick 6. Rod Taylor, their running back, kind of dangerously lets this one bounce at the 20 and takes it at the 16, and then he goes 84 up the near sideline.
Yeah, he disposes of the kicker.
Walking the tightrope there, too.
Yes.
This could not have scripted. Could not have scripted this one.
Adam Kilgore's point after is good.
And it's now 14-7. Let's watch this here. So kind of pooched it up. And Taylor, who we'll see a lot if Baker's offense ever takes the field.
I think they will.
Tonight. So watch it. Just kind of bounces here. Takes about the 16. And then stiff arm.
Yeah.
And then the great balance.
We'd like to say thank you, Custom Millwork, for their support.
And another touchdown for the Hornets.
Another look at it right here along the sideline. So we'll see him coming and going right here.
Yeah, you just had to beat the kicker, really.
That was it, as it turned out.
Yeah, gets a good block. You're going to see coming at you from the. Let's see if they're from the. Maybe didn't get a chance to see it, but wow.
They just don't defend the edge, and it comes back to cost. It comes back to cost them dearly.
All right, let's go down to Heather on the sideline. Heather.
Yeah, we have an injury update on Tristan Knight. He was the one that was injured for quite a while right after that first scoring drive for Baker. It was his right foot. He went to the trainer's table and they retaped it heavily. He was going back and forth on that foot. He got off the trainer's table after about 5 minutes, walking back and forth, but gingerly. During that last touchdown drive, though, for Fairhope, he did get in that play, but he was doing it very, very gingerly, guys.
Just answered right back is Godfrey. He's into Baker territory. All the way up to the 46-yard line.
They might just go behind the the bleachers and have special teams practice. Both of them.
This Baker defense has been on the field the entire, except for the couple PATs and a kickoff. They've been on the defense on the field the whole first quarter.
And not only have they been on the field the whole first quarter, they find themselves on the wrong side of the 50.
Caden Creel now he's going to look to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to roll to the near side. Still looking downfield. Floats this one up. He's able to get it complete up to the 32-yard line. That's our guy, Dan Brennan, as Holland Brock has the reception.
Yeah, we highlighted him on defense, but he's just put me in there guy. I'll tell you what, Creel is so confident in his own quickness, and the touch is great. Good football player.
Pick up 12 on that one. And now back in business are the Pirates. Now McCants comes back in, and McCants will fall forward up to the 31.
To the 31-yard line.
And McCants, as we said, 13 touchdowns. He's been out almost a month, so you know what he was doing early in the season for this Fairhope team.
I mean, they score a lot of points, but when you look at the stats, they gave up a few too.
Yeah, no question, including 39 in their only loss of the season when they lost 39-38 here to Foley in a wild one, to say the least. So if Foley beats Daphne tonight, Foley wins the region no matter what. Pre-snap penalty here on the Pirates, which will make it a 2nd and 12. Talking about the
after the mark for the penalty, it'll be
Baker defense being out there. The Fairhope defense do some collective stretching over here on the near side. They haven't made it out there yet either.
No, not exactly winded.
So back to the 36. Wow. Another flag, and it's now going to become 2nd and 17.
For the snap, false start on the offense.
On the near side.
Penalties 5 yards, still 2nd down.
Penalties. Pick 6 and the big return. They've had the one good drive.
17 for the Pirates after those 2 penalties.
They're just at this point they're just giving their offense extra plays because they've been gaining pretty steady, but they are in a bit of a hole now behind the sticks. 2nd and 17. See what Creel does.
Joe Williams, the offensive coordinator. Oh, now Tristan Knight, the sophomore, jumps back up, and it's going to be 2nd and 12.
Gosh. Well, again,
for the snap,
jumping offside.
Defense. Penalties 5
3
yards.
consecutive pre-snap penalties. 2 against the Pirates, 1 against the Hornets.
You just don't see teams do what they do offensively, and it's catching the sophomore, by surprise, I guess you could say.
Good to see him back in there, as Heather reported, after being hurt on the first play of the game from scrimmage. Now they'll bring Mosley to the bottom of the screen. Creel rolls out. So calm back there as we chase. He's going to be dropped all the way back at the 45. A loss of 19. Germanian Griffin, 6th sack of the season for the Hornets. This is what Coach Norman said too. He said he scrambles around. He said, but also he'll give you up that 20-yard sack sometimes.
I think he told us that, right?
He did, exactly, before the game.
Again, that's from his confidence that he can get out of just about anything. That time, not the case.
And now 3rd and forever. Creel steps up, looking. He's going to pull it down. Pressure coming from the backside. It's going to be another flag. This is going to be a hold. But
Creel on the keeper to about the 47.
Baker probably. He picked up 7. They'll probably decline it because it's going to be 4th and 20 if they decline the penalty, or do you want to
accept the field position, Jim?
Yeah.
During the play, we have holding on the offense. That penalty is declined.
They're going to decline it.
4th down.
I think I would have taken it.
Pirates declined. It'll be 4th down for Fairhope.
We'll see our first punt of the game. Again, we have yet to see the Baker offense out on the field, and Jaden Campbell, who had a 55-yard Punt return for a touchdown a couple of weeks ago against Mary G. Pressure coming. Good kick by McKellar. And now we will see Josh Flowers and the Baker offense make it out here on the field with a minute 31 to go. It's nice when you come out for the first time and you got a 7-point lead with 14 points already scored.
Exactly. Your offense comes out on the field with a minute and a half left in the first quarter, and you've already got 14 points.
So got some folks watching. Got my friends on Sport Fishing Boat Skin Deep. They're at the Thunder Horse rig right now, about 120 miles out. Captain Kyle Smith, Chris Haley, the owner, Kevin McCarron, the whole crew on there watching Friday Night Rivals in the middle of Gulf of Mexico. Is scrambling his Flowers, and you can see the danger he can do as he picks up 16 on his first touch for a USA Health first down.
Yeah. Good size, anywhere from 6'2 to 6'3.
Rush for
205 to 210, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's now rushed for 1,070 yards and thrown for 1,069. Flowers, he's got Taylor back there who's got the touchdown. We'll see Zion Davis, who was on our pregame show there a lot. We'll get back to that starting lineup quickly here as we approach a minute to go. Quick out to the near side, able to get that one off to Cam Ward. And Ward going to get another first down, his 28th catch of the season.
Boy, I like that throw. Just a quick little slant, but just look at the comfort he threw it with.
Here's the Fairhope defense. They're giving up 25 a game. Brock, Harbin, Williams, again, some injuries there. Beach, Brosfield, DeVole, Hughes, Adams, Davis, Shasey Brown. Adams really a great corner on the other side. Then Tad Mitchell gets the start. And up to the 44 for a gain of a couple for Taylor.
Harlan Brock makes the tackle.
As the first quarter wind down here, Baker does not have to snap it again. Here's Josh Flowers, 6'3", 210. And being offered by everyone, as Dan said, including Alabama, Florida.
I'd like to extend a big thank you to our MVP
and a whole bunch more. We're through one here. WC Majors Stadium. Baker on top. They've got a defensive touchdown right here. Pick six. And then Frederick Taylor takes one 86 for a touchdown. And they're on top. 14-7. We'll come back and start quarter number 2 here on Friday Night Rivals.
Hey, what do you get when you combine 2 craveable classics made with 3 slices of melty American cheese layered between 2 100% pure seasoned beef patties held together by thick Texas toast? It is the Sonic Grilled Cheese Double Burger. Try one half price when you order on the Sonic app for a limited time only at Sonic.
Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Heather Healy on the sideline. Christian Hickle, our statistician, here with us. It's early our directors. Flowers kind of juggles that snap, stays on his feet. And
Flowers on
gets
the keeper.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a couple more here. Pass along some scores. Theodore has a lead over Saraland in that big 6A Region 1 battle here tonight. 10-6 early in that one. That's in the first quarter. 3rd and 6 coming up here for Flowers and company. They need a win. They've never beaten Fairhope. 23 tries, and this one going to come back for a hold, it looks like. He's going to be short of the first down by about a yard where that flag came in.
Hughes makes the tackle.
That's going to back him up. Yeah, they 23 chances. They're 0-21-2 all time.
It's amazing.
Against this Baker
during the play,
team.
Holding on the offense. Penalties 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay 3rd down.
Against this Fairhope team, I should say. The ties, if you were wondering, the last one happened just 2 years before Dan and I started doing this broadcast, 1957 and 1961.
It's been a while.
And now it's going to be 3rd and long.
3rd and 15 after the mark for the penalty.
The Hornets 3rd and about 15. More folks checking in, watching this game tonight. Billy Dial said he'd rather be watching this one on a sport fishing boat 100 miles out in the Gulf instead of Spring Hill right now.
Wouldn't we all?
But he's watching it nonetheless. We appreciate that. 3rd and 15 for Flowers. Steps up in the pocket, still looking downfield. Now he's going to take off and run. Ball knocked loose.
Flowers on the keeper. The ball goes on
and
the ground,
recovered by Baker. Aiden Mitchell, the senior right guard, falls on it.
The 4th down.
But it'll bring a punting situation coming up here. See Flowers, good job of staying home and knocking that one away. Corey DeVoli, senior linebacker for this Fairhope team, and now Baker will have to punt that holding penalty. 4th and 1, probably going to go for it.
Yep.
You would think they're just with Flowers. He's such a weapon, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Munson, a high snap. It's a good kick. Bobbled a bit there by Mosley. Now he loses the football. And at the bottom of the pile, looks like Baker's got it. No official signal.
Ball obviously fumbled on the return.
Yet it may have changed hands. Yeah, I think. Oh, Fairhope's going to come away with it. Wow. Watch this as Mosley, their leading receiver,
Tad Mitchell
had trouble with it, but Tad Mitchell ends up underneath it. Oh boy, Baker. They're kicking themselves. They didn't have a chance to go with another big special teams play.
Kidding. Wow. They were about to have it at the 35.
So
heads up play.
But they don't turn it over, and now down 14-7.
Here comes that grinding offense again, Jim.
Creel. Now he slips around. He's going to get dropped for another 2-yard loss.
Loss of 1.
Trying to scramble away, but Dylan Hudson going to get his 4th sack of the season. And 2nd and 11 coming up here for the Pirates. They haven't got it to Mosley yet. He's split up to the top of the screen. Creel is a back to the junior.
Up the middle.
Godfrey, and he'll get
to the 38-yard line.
Maybe 4. So
3rd and 7.
3rd and about 7 coming up here for the Pirates.
You know, when he hands it off, they're almost at the line of scrimmage. There's got to be, if there's any penetration, it's crushed. But that offensive line's doing their job.
All right. Creel. Straight drop. Now he's got some room up to the right. He'll pull it down, and Creel's going to have the 1st down as he's out near midfield. He'll pick up 12. And a Roof Doctor's first down. There's 2 fun quarterbacks to watch here, Dan Brennan.
I'm dizzy. And we're just in the bleachers. Watch Creel. Put yourself in the defense position here. Could you stop him? Could you catch him? Could you contain him? It's not easy.
And you can't overcommit.
No. He'll know that.
So 12-yard pickup and right at midfield.
He cut out now, but he's just as, likely to cut back in.
Keeps it again, but this time pressure in the backfield, rushing in. Good job.
Creel on the keeper, loss of 3.
Yeah,
coming in.
That's it, Jim. Penetration, right?
Yep.
It's a killer, even for the quickest of quarterbacks.
Zach Williams, the sophomore, with his first sack with a 5-yard loss.
Get him before he's even going, and you got a chance. See if Baker starts to take a few more chances by bringing a few people.
Maybe easier to do that in the early downs, right?
Yep.
Get after him on the early downs here. Creel dumps it, intercepted again, and again it's a pick. Tossed it up the near side, and Dylan Hudson, who's got a sack here tonight, now has another turnover for this Hornet defense.
Creel just lobs it. I don't think he accounted for Hudson at all.
It's crazy. It didn't even looked like he didn't even see him. 6'1", 215.
Yeah.
Just wanted to drop it over him.
Wow. Hudson was really just trying to bat that down, be a good lineman, and do what he could. And instead, he gets the pick.
And he read the screen,
Yep.
Hudson, and he just stayed home. And he comes up with the second interception of the night for this Baker Hornet defense. And now they're at the 29.
Yeah.
Just 9 yards away from the maroon zone.
And they've got Josh Flowers.
This time they'll give it to Taylor, who's got the touchdown on the 86-yard kickoff return. And he keeps banging forward to the 19. He's going to be really close to the first down, depending on the spot here. This is going to be enough for the Roof Doctors' first down.
First down for the Hornets. Corey DeVoli.
What a weird first half this has been.
Just first down for the Hornets.
Just some odd football here.
Yeah, absolutely. Week in, week out.
Like Taylor, the junior running back, just kept going and getting some help from Sawyer Colvin, the center, the push on the backside. Flowers this time, and Zion Davis, our pregame show guest. We'll get a nice gain on first down to about the 13.
He got an A+ because he got there way before the coach. You were trying to get somebody in trouble by saying, if you're late for a meeting, what happens to you?
Yeah. Coach Norman, maybe we'll run the stairs or something before practice.
Well, we were on the third floor at Alabama Orthopedic Clinic. We could have dished out the penalty right there.
Davis, you'll see him a little later in the game, like third and short. He's short yardage back. One of those guys said, boy, we need a yard, he's going to get us one or he's going to get us two. He's one of our go-to guys here on 2nd and 4, and he'll stay in there with Flowers, and this time Flowers will keep it. He tries to spin and does, but Fairhope's defense stands him up, and it's going to be
Flowers
3rd and short. Out coming out here for the Hornets.
3rd and long.
Promoted along here.
Yep.
We're over halfway through the second period. A lot on the ground game here tonight.
Yeah, just the second offensive series for the Hornets.
And they have a 14-7 lead.
And now
their offense did not score.
Now they'll bring in Byers, Gary Byers, the big linebacker. So expect him to be line him up at a blocking back at H-back. Yeah, he's in there now with Cam Wright. And Fairhope did not like that alignment with 3rd and about a yard coming here from the 11.
Time to remind you to make plans to attend the Fairhope
So
golf
they take a timeout. We'll take it with him.
5
minutes to go in the second. 14-7. Baker at the 11. Trying to add to their lead.
$500 in the winning ticket last week.
3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1 for the Hornets.
Coming up here from the 11. You'll see with the same heavy package here, and staying on his feet, Taylor busts a tackle and lunges toward the goal line, but he's going to be down at the 1. It's 1st and goal coming up for the Hornets.
He was hit right at the line of scrimmage, kept on going, and they're about to score a touchdown, it looks like.
They'll go tempo here now with the big, and they'll go under center. Flowers trying to push ahead, and he's into the end zone. He's in the end zone. They haven't got the official call yet,
touchdown,
but it's going to be a touchdown, Hornets. I like the tempo there. Didn't allow Fairhope a chance to sub out.
You know, the only thing you got to worry about the tempo is you're down around the 1. You don't want somebody on your side to get too antsy and jump and push you back to the 6, but they were able to put the big guy under center, and he's in.
Munson will come on, actually Kilgore. This will be Hunter Kilgore to try the PAT for the Hornets.
Kilgore on the point after,
and it's 21-7 Baker.
21-7.
First offensive touchdown of the night.
Seconds remaining in the first half.
And the Hornets with a 21-7 lead off their second interception of the night. And then after the Hudson pick, Flowers in for the score, and Baker on top behind. 2 scores here with 4:43 to go in the second. Coach Steve Norman and Baker trying to do something, as they said, they've never done. And 23 times they've never beaten Fairhope. They need to get one here tonight, keep their playoff hopes alive, and their first offensive touchdown of the night has them on top 21-7.
So they've got 21 points. Their offense has totaled 61 yards. Flowers has thrown for only 12, and yet they're up 21-7. You're wondering how. We'll explain here if you're just joining us.
Also, so 7A Region 1 here tonight. Foley is the top team. They're 4-1. Their only loss, Baker.
Yep.
They beat Fairhope, and they're leading Daphne 21-0. So if they hold on to that one, they will win this region, which would be great for Foley. And now Mosley out to about the 35. So 2 interceptions in the first half for Creel. And after his first one, he came out and then ran a great drive. Took almost 6 minutes off the clock.
First down, Fairhope Pirates.
When they're not turning it over, they're pretty good.
Right.
And it all starts with the run. Creel can be a little bit erratic, and he's a smaller quarterback, and it really cost him on the last throw that he just assumed he was going to get it over the head of the defensive lineman, and he did not.
Back to McCants, and he gets to the line of scrimmage, and Baker's defense comes up with a stop there. Big 5A battle tonight on Old Shell Road, and in the second quarter, Faith Academy leads the unbeaten, top-ranked UMS Wright Bulldogs by a score of 20-7.
You know, Jack French, the coach at Faith Academy, and that's when this Baker team got it going on for the first time in years and years.
Yep.
Maybe, I don't know, 10 years ago that Jack French took over at Baker, and they got good in a hurry.
Yep. We're now inside 4 minutes to go. Creel looking downfield, wants to take a shot, hangs this one up the near side, picked off again up the near side, inside the 40, and going to be knocked down at about the 45-yard line.
Kelly. Intended for Mosley.
Cameron Todd with the 3rd interception in the first half.
First down for the Baker Hornets.
Let's watch.
Yeah, I mean, he's covered. He's covered. That's the point right there. He tries to sneak it in there. There's no there. Thomas turns it around. They finally corral him right around this spot. And now you got Josh Flowers back on the field before the half is up. He's got 3 minutes, 42 seconds to work with. He's got about 45 yards to go.
And this is a stop the Fairhope defense has to have.
I agree.
Baker's going to get the ball to start the third quarter.
Right.
But also, you know, if you can keep it 14 points, you can keep running the ball in the second half.
Sure.
Do what you do. Now you get down by 3, and you're going to think, well, we got to put the ball in the air. And that's been disastrous.
Yeah, I think that even if you are down by 3 touchdowns, Jim, I think in the second half, of course, you got to hold Baker the first time they got the ball. But I don't think you're going to necessarily air it out. They're a run-first team.
Flowers to keep it. And he'll get a couple.
Creel he's scary when he's got the ball in his hands in an elusive sort of way.
2nd and 7.
Flowers is strong, and he can break a lot of tackles as well.
And it gets an open space, and it's a mismatch against anybody he's going up against on the field.
Probably.
Gains only 3 there.
They're not in a hurry. About 3 minutes to go in the half.
Right. Flowers wanted to throw it. Instead, he'll hold on to it and then takes a big lick there at the 45-yard line, and 3rd and long.
Flowers on the keeper. Stop for a 2-yard loss.
Coming up for the Hornets here. You could
Corey DeVoli makes the hit.
see he wanted to bring it to the near side, but
It'll be 3rd and
Well, they
only
had
thrown 2 interceptions all year.
Yeah, they had trips right, so that's what Fairhope was yelling to the team defensively to get over there, make sure they had everybody bottled up, and they did.
They lose a couple on that one.
He was hoping to turn the corner the other way, almost like a misdirection.
And I wonder, Coach Norman, I think we'll just let this play clock run all the way down.
Another big third
Take a
down
timeout here on
defensive play coming up for the Fairhope
3rd and 9. He's
Pirates.
happy to just let it run down, and then he'll get his time out here and talk about it with 2:04 remaining here in the second quarter.
Boy, another Friday night rivals where nothing is going like any script would have had you believe.
Take a look at some other local games going on here tonight. As we said, Foley with the lead, 21-0 over Daphne already. St. Paul's, if they get a win tonight, they'll clinch a playoff spot in 6A. Spanish Fort is on top big over Murphy. Spanish Fort's going to be the 3 seed. They're up 35-0 in the second quarter over Murphy. And then you got the big one tonight in 6A for the top spot. Numbers 1 and 3 battling down in South Mobile County. Saraland and Theodore 10-6. Now it's 17-13. Theodore leads Saraland in the second quarter. Gulf Shores leading Viger. LaFleur and Citronelle tonight. BC Rain, Alberta. Faith and UMS Wright. We talked about 20-7. Faith on top. Winner of that wins 5A Region 1. Bayside at home against Satsuma. Wilcox Central and Jackson, Escambia County and Orange Beach going up. Now 3rd and 9 from the 45 for Flowers. Flowers floats out. Now looks, still wants to fire it off, and that one incomplete as he had pressure coming. Good coverage downfield.
I agree with that 100%. Flowers had some time, stepped up in the pocket, surveyed the field. Really nothing there.
Good coverage, but also good discipline. It's one thing to have good coverage, and suddenly if everybody's got their backs to the quarterback, you can take off and run, but the linebacker stayed up. And
the linebacker stayed up. They were in the zone defensively, and they had whatever Flowers was looking for bottled up.
Big stop after that 3rd interception.
I agree 100%.
Fairhope defense to get the ball back. They've got one timeout. Just under 2 minutes on the clock, and now snap goes past the punter and rolling all the way back after it to the 20. And he's going to be finally dropped at the 25. So this time it's a big special teams play for Fairhope.
Welcome to Friday night.
At the 26-yard line.
I was thinking to myself, okay, Fairhope's going to get it.
Blaine Munson had no chance.
Yeah, they're going to get it, but it's going to have such, long field to go, and they're just a running team. And then this happens, and now they've got it at.
Side of the ball.
I guess it's placed right around the 30.
How about the 26?
26-yard line with 1:41 remaining in the first half.
Wow.
Now they can do whatever they want.
Yeah, minute 41. Creel pitches it out to the near side, gets it off to Godfrey. Now flag as Godfrey's going to get all the way into the end zone, but I think this one's coming back.
Penalty flag.
Boy, I'll tell you one thing. There was a great block on the outside. I guess that wasn't the one that was whistled
or maybe there was
flagged.
Kind of where you see a block in the back, maybe. And it was on the Fairhope sideline, just a hold.
Well, there was a block on the perimeter. It got a guy to the ground. I don't think that was it because it just looked like a really good block that sprang that play.
During the play, holding on the offense. Penalties 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
What I thought was a good block might have been the hold, actually, Jim. I just saw the body on the ground.
Yeah.
After the penalty mark, it will be
all the way back to the 32.
Pirates at the 32-yard line.
And takes the touchdown off the board.
16 or 17, a minute and a half remaining in the first half.
1st and 17 now. Creel wants to keep it. Gets to the 30. And a whistle is down to about 1:20 now here as a swarm of Hornets there to make the stop.
Yeah, Hornets are fast. They've got a lot of speed.
Now,
there's not many areas of the field where you think about that guy's going to be trouble and exposed.
They go hurry up. 2nd and 13. Creel was looking right side. Now he pulls it down, and he's going to be brought down at the 26.
Carry to the 27-yard line. The 3rd and 11.
Boy, he can find the angles.
Hudson makes the tackle.
But a good containment by Baker, because that guy can really had a run of 76 against Alma Bryant last week.
So 3rd and 11. Here's we approach 30 seconds to go. Creel looking right all the way, still looking, now wants to fire it off, and he's able to get it complete and out of bounds to stop the clock as he gets it to Mosley for his 43rd catch of the season.
Mosley doesn't look like a guy with 3 picks, does he?
No memory, right?
Yeah,
what you gotta have.
You were talking about that. This is not an easy throw.
And Fairhope just rushed, or Baker just rushed 3 and just waited for him to break open, and finally able to get away from the linebacker Griffin. And now the clock's still running. Clock is still inside 10, and now finally the officials will get it, and they'll have to get that corrected. And it's Tim Carter.
Are they going to adjust the clock here?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it should not have started again because it was a first down, and then he was knocked out of bounds. So when they get the clock started, and we'll find out how long it is before we have our Hanson Supertex halftime show coming up. It was probably, they snapped it with about 33 seconds left.
So the play itself might have taken 8 seconds or so.
They scrambled around a little bit, and
there was a second or so after the catch till he got out of bounds.
This is why we have a great crew here. So let's watch this. Creel got it, and just make sure that Mosley they did tackle him out of bounds. Yeah, he's out of bounds, so 23 seconds.
Yeah, let's see what they do.
Well, they just put it at 20.
Back to 20 seconds on the clock.
Well, they don't have access to what we have.
That's right. The Dr. Pepper Maroon Zone. Well, how big would this be if Fairhope could get some points here at the end of the first half?
Man, 20's better than 6, Jim.
2 receivers down to the near boundary. Creel looks, heaves it into the end zone, and incomplete. Stop the clock with 15 seconds left. Fairhope does have 1 timeout, so they can use the whole field. But you'd also like to have that one in case you need to get your field. In case you decide, hey, we got to try to just get 3 here.
Right.
But you would think that Creel's going to put each one to the end zone. Here on 2nd and 10. Creel scrambles, now rolls back to the middle of the field, and Creel gets upended with a great open field tackle. And that will cause Fairhope to use their last timeout.
3rd down with
4 seconds left.
5 seconds remaining.
And we'll take a quick
Hudson made the
timeout, come back and wrap up the first half right after this. So Campbell McKellar, who's filling in for Ryan McNeil, will try a 20-yard field goal here for Fairhope to try to get some points to close out the first half after the bad snap on the punt attempt. And it's good.
McKellar on the 3-pointer. It is good.
You'd love to have 7 there, but you got to feel good to get 10 out of that one because you
got to feel real good. That's the backup kicker, as you mentioned. So a little pressure on him.
What a wacky first half of
you got that right.
Football here. Baker needing a win to keep their playoff hopes alive. They've done it so far through the first half. As watch, there's McKellar snuck it in.
The Pride of Baker High School Marching Band would like to thank our 2022 Platinum sponsors, Alabama State Representative
Heather with the good hustle to get to the far side. She's got Coach Norman. Heather.
Coach, 3 interceptions in the first half alone. Talk about the pressure that your defense has put on Caden Cruz.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. Coach Scott and his staff has done an outstanding job preparing the defense for this. What we got to do is come back after halftime and make sure we don't take this as an easy job. We got to make sure we contain the quarterback. He's still getting big yards on us. He's making plays happen. We got to sink the net around him a little bit better and do a better job of preventing him from getting out.
Message to your team in that locker room.
Yeah, we got to keep fighting. We're going to keep fighting. No gas, no brakes.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm excited.
There you go, Coach. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
He knew he just tried trouble getting out. He didn't know if he wanted to be all brakes and no gas or all gas and no brakes.
He knew brakes and gas were involved in the saying.
The order just kind of got him here. So Drew Williamson was our Herc Reynolds player of the game last week. As he led St. Paul's to the victory last week.
Play the game right there. 60-yard touchdown run.
Yep.
Got to St. Paul's back on top of the margin in which they won.
After a pick six.
Yes.
And really changed it around and got St. Paul's back in front. They were able to get the victory there. And tonight at the end of the game, we'll have a choice of 3 for our Herc Reynolds players of the game you could choose from. And that'll come up after tonight's game. And then you'll be able to go to UTV44.com to vote. 21-10 score here at the half. Baker looking to keep their playoff hopes alive and also looking to make a little school history as they've never knocked off Fairhope. And looking to do it here tonight. They lead 21-10. Our Hanson Supertex halftime show comes up right after this.
This is the Hanson Supertex halftime show.
Hanson Supertex halftime show. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan here with you as a halftime score 21-10. Baker, as we said, 3-5 on the year, but 3-2 in the region. And if they get a victory here tonight, and they're going to. It's going to do is make a big mess out of the region. Is what it's going to.
The game's been a big mess.
Yes. Jim. So as you can see right here, you got. If Baker were to get a win tonight, they're going to finish 4-2. And right now, Foley, their only loss in the region is to Baker, but Foley is doing a solid to Baker right now, not holding any animosity for that loss because
right.
They're beating Daphne right now by a score of 28-7. So Daphne, if they did not hang on and win here, they would end up 3-3 in the region. If Baker gets the win here tonight, they would be 4-2. Mary G already has finished their region play at 4-2. Fairhope then would be 4-2, and Foley would be 5-1. How it shakes out 2-3-4 with those 3 teams at 4-2.
Yeah.
That's I think Fairhope would still end up the number 2 seed. I think because of wins. Opponents wins, those things. But anyway, Baker knew they had to get a win here tonight to give themselves a chance to get into the playoffs. And so far, they've done it here.
Well, it shows the round-robin way of winning and losing in the region. It's pretty even. Now, Fairhope's the one with the resume in the top 10 at number 5 in the state. But when you break it all down, these teams are a lot like each other in terms of overall talent and production.
It does feel like there is a ton of football left here. Just seems like a lot could happen here in the second half.
No doubt. Special teams and defense has played such a big role in what Baker's been able to do on the scoreboard.
See what Baker has done here to start the season. Lost to Theodore to start, and then Wetumpka as well. Beat Davidson, Foley. Got the loss from Daphne. Lost to Davidson, Dothan, I should say, then beat Bryant. Lost to Mary G. That was a 12-game winning streak against Mary G. They had snapped, but a win here tonight, and they would get the victory and then move to 4-2 in the region and jump ahead of Daphne, who would be 3-3 in the region. But still, a lot of football left here to be played. As 3 interceptions in the first half for this Hornet defense and an 86-yard touchdown return on a kickoff. has helped give them 21 points in the first half. But I think you could hear Coach Norman saying that he's like, boy, just you see what Caden Creel can do, and we really haven't shut him down running the ball, making plays. We just picked him off 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, Creel, you take the good and the bad, and in the first half, 3 interceptions has been big for Baker, and it's been devastating for Fairhope.
Hanson Supertex halftime show. Take a break. We're right back after this.
Here's a message from our sponsor, Dr. Pepper.
Hey everybody, Heather Healy here for Friday Night Rivals, and standing next to me is the one, the only Keith Watson. He is the sales center manager here for Coca-Cola United Gulf Coast. For this season, you see all these players that are just killing it on the field, that are giving their best effort. How can they take these efforts on the field and really use the lessons that they've learned, the values that they learn beyond the field and into the boardroom one day?
Absolutely. Today, this is their first opportunity to operate in a team environment. Yeah. You know, usually they're going through school, it's about them and their schoolwork, and they're a single contributor. But when they're put into these large groups, working together, and quite honestly, adversity again. You know, it's their first chance that they've had in life to face adversity, but better yet, to overcome adversity. And those 2 goals just play really, really major parts into the corporate environment today.
Yeah, hand in hand,
yeah,
for
absolutely,
sure.
Absolutely.
Your favorite part about the season thus far?
Oh man, the excitement around the games, the build up, the bands, the cheerleaders, all the community. It's just that I can't put my finger on one thing. It's the feeling and the vibe of the game that's just. It's electrifying.
There's nothing like
There's
football
nothing
season,
like
for sure. Keith, we greatly appreciate you being
Absolutely.
such a huge part of this year's Friday Night Rivals.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome back to the Hanson Supertex Halftime Show.
On behalf of Principal John Cardwell,
Hanson Supertex halftime show here at Fairhope. Jim Cox and Dan Brennan, Heather Healy on the sideline. I know we didn't show it, but just hats off to the Baker band. What a performance, huh?
Yeah, they've done it all. They've been everywhere. They've and you can see why. It's like a college band.
Yeah, unbelievable. We got to watch them here while we were in break, so hats off there. So here's 21-10 at the half. Here's our 7-8 top 10 poll. Hoover and Thompson, those 2 are playing tonight. More on that in just a second. Central Phoenix City and Auburn. And then Fairhope rounds out the top 5. Hewitt Trustville, Austin Prattville Enterprise. Old friend from Spanish Fort, Coach Ben Blackman Enterprise got him in the top 10.
There you go.
Florence rounding out the top 10. So big one up around Birmingham tonight. Thompson and Hoover, they're matching up, and that has been a defensive battle at just 1 score in the first half, and it came here as Hoover punches it in. And that was the only score. It's 7-0 at the half. Hoover has the lead over Thompson in the battle there for the top spot. Thompson, there are 2 losses. Came at the beginning of the year playing 2 out-of-state big power houses. And now Hoover trying to get they want a little revenge. Thompson's had their numbers here in the last few years. Of course, Thompson back-to-back winners of 7A, and here's what Fairhope has done. Had that great pick 6 to start the season on the last play of the game to beat Spanish Fort and beat a really good Gulf Breeze team on the road as well. Choctawhatchee came over here and they got the victory there, then beat Mary G. Davidson. Then the wacky game here, 39-38. They lost to Foley, and that game is, if everything stays the same, that game's going to be the difference maker for Foley and allow them to win the region championship. Beat their rival Daphne 2 weeks ago, 26-7, and then beat Bryant last week, 37-7. Then a tough one on the road next week as they go up to Briarwood Christian to wrap things up. But they're going to be, just depending on what happens, could be probably everything may shake out and they may still be the number 2 seed in the playoff region. Won't know until after next week, because after the head-to-head tiebreakers, then you're going to have opponents' victories, and you have to beat your opponent to get credit for their wins. And I think Fairhope, for example, I think they have 12 wins from their opponents, 12 points that way. Like Baker, I don't think they have any.
Yep, that's right.
So you got head-to-head first, but everybody's 4-2, and everybody's kind of beating everybody if it stays like this, except for Foley, who's going to be the top team.
How about what we found out in this region about the Scott brothers? Yeah. So Derek is now the coach at Foley.
The head coach.
And the week before the game, Eric, who is now here with Baker, was asked by Coach Norman, get in touch with your brother so we can find out what we want to do accommodation-wise when they come out to Baker High School. And he says, I don't talk to my brother on game week. That was really interesting.
Yeah, unless someone passes away, there's no communication in the family, they said. So,
yeah.
You can see, again, here's the so Foley right now leading 28-7 over Daphne. So Foley hangs on. They're going to win the region. That'd be a great region championship for Coach Scott. And then Baker would jump ahead of Daphne. Daphne would fall to 3-3 in the region and fall out of the playoff standings.
Yeah, so they get the ball here first, though. They've got 21 points. They've got the 11-point lead. Again, it was crazy. We'll get around to that, but they've got a chance with having possession of the ball first in the second half to creep a little bit further out in front.
Yep, they led.
And they might need to, because Fairhope generally scores a lot of points.
Yeah, the cannon might fire some more in the second half.
Yes.
We'll take a timeout here on our Hanson Supertex halftime show. This started the game pick 6. Little did we know we'd see a lot more of that hit the first half. Hanson Supertex halftime show here in Fairhope. Jim Cox and Dan Brennan as we had we had some miscues. We had some great plays and some miscues in the first half. Starting on the very first possession here as Creel was picked off there and had the pick 6 by Jaden Brooks.
That's on a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, third play of the game. Then Fairhope answered back with a long drive, almost 6 minutes. Godfrey took it in, and then the ensuing kickoff. Here goes Roderick Taylor, 84 yards, walks the tightrope. And that made it 14-7. And now Creel comes out. This is one he'd really like to have again. Tried to set up a little easy screen pass, and Dylan Hudson, the junior, comes up with the second interception of the night, and then Flowers pushes it in, makes it 21-7, and Creel tries to force one here, and this time Cameron Todd comes up with the interception for Baker, and now it's 21-7. Baker thought, wow, can we add on to it? Munson's 6'2". It goes way over his head on the snap.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Nothing that you're ready for was happening in this game. Gave him a chance to at least get a field goal before the half was up.
Campbell McKellar, who's replaced the injured Ryan McNeil, gets the short field goal there at the end of the half. So Fairhope got a little something out of it to cut the lead to 11. And you see the halftime stats there. I mean, Baker, they lead by 11 with 62 yards in the first half. You got just 62 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
That's 23 touchdowns.
Amazing. So this is one of the best quarterbacks in the state, and obviously a guy that's been offered by Alabama. That pretty much says it all right there for Flowers. Not a big factor, really, when it comes right down to it.
And they've done a pretty good job on him. You know, you got pick 6, you got a special teams touchdown, and then a short field after the interception.
Right.
It was a 29-yard drive, I think, and they ran it, able to run it in to close things out. So if you just looked at that and didn't know the score, you'd be like, oh, Fairhope's winning this game.
Absolutely, and their ground game was good.
Yep.
They were able to establish run. It was just mistakes trying to throw that football that really crippled them.
Yeah, those three turnovers, and Baker will get the ball to start quarter number 3. Let's go down on the sideline and check in with Heather Healy once again.
I came to your cameraman, and I was like, no, you didn't.
Nope. No. Can you guys hear me? Hey guys, as excited as Coach Norman was, Coach Carter was not at the half. I asked, what are they going to do to keep Caden Creel secure, and he said we have got to get that offensive line moving and going and make sure that Caden Creel, as much as he likes to step out of the box like we've seen in the first half, he's got to be inside that pocket. He said this is going to be a different half of football than you saw in the first, to make sure that these Pirates get in that win column and just have one loss on the season, not two. Guys?
It'll be a different second half. They got to take care of the football first. And Coach Carter, as a defensive coach, defensive guru, those turnovers are driving him crazy.
Yeah, and I'm sure he probably didn't want to come down on Creel too bad, blame it on one guy in the first half because Creel is such a playmaker. You don't want to strip him of his confidence, but I'm sure he had a conversation with Creel about those turnovers in the first half. And if you're Baker, again, this is a great opportunity to score first here and just grow that lead because Fairhope is going to score.
So Coach Norman,
he's probably telling them about something he saw in the first half for them to keep their eyes on here in the last two periods.
At the half, Spanish Fort leads Murphy 35-0. And we're about to get this one going. An update now. McGill leads Blunt 28-6. Gulf Shores, last we heard, leading Viger 20-7. Saraland has taken the lead 20-17 over Theodore at halftime, despite they have negative one rushing yard in the first half. But they have the lead by a score of 20-17. Two touchdowns through the air.
Make a lot of personal sacrifices so we can
Okay, Jim, keep in mind now that this is the backup kicker. He's not going to boom it toward the goal line. It could be pretty returnable for Baker. We saw that in the first half.
Taylor is to the near side, who has got the big run. Campbell to the far side. They'll kick it away from Taylor this time, and this time it's Jaden Campbell, and he was shot out of a cannon there to take that one up.
Shot out of the cannon, running toward the cannon.
Will be first down for the Baker Hornets.
Yeah, up to the 37. Yeah, we haven't seen Baker's offense all that much out on the field.
No, we haven't seen him enough to really assess them really,
and really not really getting a rhythm either for Josh Flowers.
No,
but they've done a good job at keeping him in the pocket.
I think Fairhope's done a really good job.
Flowers pitch to the near side. Davis stood up there.
On the carry around the right
back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. How about that young man? We love meeting him on the pregame show.
No kidding. On time, ready to go. Coach Norman, where you at?
Coach Norman was leaving the spaghetti dinner a little late, it sounded like, as he said.
Yeah, well, how about you were on time next time, Soprano? We had to delay the broadcast.
2nd and 9. The senior leaders on this team for the Hornets, trying to make the playoffs 3 years in a row. Flowers gets it out of it. Good coverage.
Flowers, quarterback on the throw, complete the Campbell.
We heard a lot about the Fairhope offense before this game.
Yeah.
It's the Fairhope defense that is playing really, really well. Now, you look at the score. Again, the score doesn't reflect that, but there's factors that include a kick return and a pick six.
No gain there on the completion to Campbell. And just his third catch of the year, and 3rd and 9. Coming out. They'll put 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. And now 3rd and 9 is going to turn into 3rd and 14 for the Hornets.
For the snap, false start on the offense. Penalties 5 yards, still 3rd down.
Kevin
Here's why it's so important, Jim. We talked about this at halftime. If they are able to hold them here, get the football, they're only down 11. They can, of course, just go right back to doing what they do the very best if you're Fairhope, and that's run the football.
3rd and long for the Hornets. Flowers bobbles the snap. Steps up, still looking downfield, crossing pattern, able to get that one complete to Robinson, and Robinson's going to have the first down up to the 46-yard line.
Griffin, right at midfield. We have a late flag on the play.
Late flag comes in. Wow, you like here how Flowers always keeps his eyes downfield, right, Dan?
Yep, I agree. And boy, he's got a rocket when he makes up his mind. But Robinson had more green in front of him there, but he slips down. Again, we do have a flag.
Maybe just a blindside hit. Now we'll see if it's spot foul after they had the first down. Let's see Kevin Anderson.
We have a personal foul. Blindside block on the offense. Penalties 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
Brian Charles here in the press box doesn't know exactly what that penalty was. Maybe a personal foul.
Yeah, and let's watch here right at the
15 yards. It'll be 3rd and 9 for
right there. That's a tough. And that was, he really didn't even mean to make the block because it was away from him. Robinson would have had the first down.
Yeah, and it was blindside. It wasn't in the back. It was really on the side.
Yeah, but his head was behind him.
Right.
So that's what's going to get you as well. And so from the spot foul makes it a 3rd and 9 for Flowers and crew. And now they'll do the triple bunch formation to the bottom of the screen. Pressure coming on the blitz. Another flag thrown, and Flowers not going to get away from this one. Holland Brock was the first one in.
In the backfield, we do have a number of flags.
Two costly penalties. Here it appears on the Hornets. They brought pressure that time, Dan.
They brought pressure that time, and Flowers kind of broke the wrong way. He tried to avoid it to his right, but couldn't get out of the grasp of the flag. I guess it's going to be another holding.
Two fouls on the play. We have holding on the offense. We have a personal foul on the defense. Those penalties offset. Replay 3rd down.
Second flag came in, must have been on as they brought Flowers down there.
And face mask penalties will offset.
So we'll play 3rd and 9 again
for the Hornets.
Let's watch here. Kind of a glancing blow there. So the offsetting, the holding, and the face mask, and 3rd and 9 again for Flowers. What could do is right again. They bring pressure. Flowers scrambling out, still on his feet, and throws down the far side, incomplete.
Flowers pass downfield.
We got no
It'll be 4th
flags
down.
here, so that'll bring up 4th down.
That we can see.
So after all that, Fairhope does get the stop.
They get the stop. They'll get the ball, maybe in decent field position too, because of the losses they created defensively. But they've been good on defense tonight.
Yeah, and we saw the bad snap right before halftime that went over Lane Munson's head, and not by a little. It was way over his head.
That's true.
This one a better snap. Munson sends this one back for Mosley. And he'll just
Mosley
get
from the
pumped out of
25-yard line.
About the 25.
At about the 30 will be 1st down for Fairhope Pirates.
Defensive stop there for the Pirates. Let's go back to the sideline, and Heather once again. Heather.
Well, you see the color pink sprinkled all throughout this stadium, not just on the home side, but the away side as well, because it is their Pink Out game supporting breast cancer awareness. Did you know breast cancer is the most common cancer in American women, but it also affects men too? In this year alone, it's estimated that a little over 2,700 men will be diagnosed with breast cancer. We all know somebody that is affected by this disease or some form of cancer, so it is really great to see everybody come out and support in pink, guys.
Thanks. 2nd and 8.
Heather.
Byers makes the stop.
Godfrey gets a couple there on 1st down before Byers is in there to make the stop for the Baker defense. And 2nd and 8. Now for the Pirates. Big shift there. That's wholesale. It's like a hockey line change there, Dan Brennan. And now trouble at the snap. And they'll lose yardage on this in third and long.
Play. It'll be third down for the Pirates after a loss of about 3.
What happens here? I don't think.
See what happened here. He's just
not
not ready for it.
No.
Wow.
It was a great snap.
Oof.
Just Creel wasn't ready. You know, sometimes you see that when you have a man in motion and actually hit the guy in motion. That's a real problem.
But an unforced error here for Fairhope.
Put you behind the sticks now, 3rd and 11. Creel with 3 picks tonight. Rolls out, still looking. A flag as Creel's forced out of bounds, and a flag where you would guess it would be a hold. And Baker DBs with good coverage downfield as Creel wanted to
We do have a flag.
try to get something at the far boundary, but it looks like this is going to be a holding call that Baker will decline.
Holding
and
on the offense. Holding. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
That was a lightning fast 3 and out.
I'll tell you what, both these defenses got to feel pretty good about themselves, especially here in the second half. That's a frustrated kid right there. Really good football player, but he knows he's made some bad throws and poor decisions, and it's cost his team.
Now, Baker with a chance to flip the field here and get really good field position. Baker brings pressure, but a good punt not off, and Campbell takes it at the 40. Campbell now tries to go back, and he's got 3 Pirates there to drive him back, and a good punt by McKellar. And Baker gets it back. As 7:24 to go here in the third. Still 21-10. Baker need to win. Keep their playoff hopes alive. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Heather Healy on the sideline. Our great Friday Night Rivals crew as 7A Region 1 battle here tonight. Got a scoring update in a 5A Region 1 battle. Faith Academy led 20-7 at the half. UMS has now scored in the third to make that one a 20-14 score. Winner of that will win the 5A Region 1
first down for the Hornets
championship. And now Baker from their own 34.
I want to see the kid cut it loose a couple times here, Jim.
Flowers with the give off of Taylor and penetration. Corey DeVoli, the senior leading tackler for this Pirate team.
They've been very physical.
We were talking in the commercial break there. Like both defenses have really played pretty well here tonight.
Absolutely.
Special teams caused some challenges. Flowers fires, able to get that one off and complete, and maybe off to the races is McWilliams. 63 yards, touchdown. Zonte McWilliams, his first of the season, and Flowers' 6th touchdown pass on the year.
They simply had a Fairhope Pirate slip on the play. We've seen a few people slip here, and now it happened again at the exact wrong moment. McWilliams with a lot of speed, and he's in. Watch again. Pass is complete. Quick slant. Not a big problem, right? Well, now it is. Off goes McWilliams. He's got more speed than the safety who's after him. And the Hornets have extended their lead.
And the PAT is good. Boy, Flowers also hit McWilliams right in stride.
Yep. Wow.
And then
disastrous, right?
No chance. Touchdown Baker on top again by 18.
Thanks to all the area churches for all they do. Couldn't do it without you.
Friday Night Rivals here tonight in Fairhope. Our first chance to get a look at the 7A matchup here tonight. I want to thank our friends at Alabama Orthopedic Clinic, not only for being a great host on our pregame show each week, but also our Facebook live stream is sponsored by AOC. And I know we get folks watching that like head up to the hunting camp this time of the year and outside of the signal viewing area. But 2 plays, just All they needed, the 67-yard touchdown pass to McWilliams.
Did I say at the beginning of that drive, I'd like to see the kid cut it loose a time or two?
Yep.
I think he did.
Coach Brennan, sometimes coaches will ask if they can get an earpiece so they can hear his suggestions.
Never.
Back at the 10. Mosley dances up to the 20, to about the 24-yard line.
Out to the 24.
And now Fairhope, after that last series that was a 3-and-out, including a botched snap.
Yeah, it was a snap that
first down for the Pirates.
Creel wasn't ready for. It could have been another disaster.
Creel with a fake now rolls out to the right, looking downfield, throws this one up near the 40, and you get that one to Mosley. Now the attack on 15.
Mosley on the pass reception from Caden Creel steps out of bounds. There's a penalty flag at the end of the play.
Just Mosley got the catch. USA Health Systems first down, then a late hit. Let's watch here as Mosley stepped out of bounds and then I got bumped into by Byers. I'm sure that was all that egregious.
Not all that egregious. I'd have to see it again to really make a judgment on it, but no one's asking me.
The officials, are they going to wave that off? Maybe they're talking over there. Nope. Yeah.
But he steps out.
Steps out right there.
And pretty much acknowledges that he's out. And I don't know. It's so unusual for a guy just to.
He just kind of holds.
He's back inside.
Personal foul.
The line.
Get out of bounds on the defense. Penalty's 15 yards from the end of the run.
I don't know what to make of that.
Results in a first down.
First down for Fairhope Pirates.
Means Fairhope's now up to the 47 of the Hornets as we near the halfway point of the third. Creel out of the backfield with Godfrey. Now Godfrey is going to pick up about 8.
Godfrey.
Just an extended handoff, quick pass to his back out of the backfield. And good positive yardage for Godfrey.
Fairhope, a little up-tempo. Here now, Solomon in motion. Now Godfrey pitched it back up. Ball's loose on the ground. Recovered by the Baker Hornets. On the pitch, came loose. Kevin Beckham. Fourth turnover of the night for the Pirates.
Yeah, it's just killing them.
See, officials are having a discussion, but Coach Norman is saying that was not a forward pass. He's saying that's a fumble, but the officials are maybe saying this was a
Let's watch it, Jim. Well, this would not be the ideal angle to see if it's a forward patch or not, but it looks like it's behind.
Yeah, definitely looked like it was a backwards.
Now we'll know. And it is.
Yeah, that's definitely a.
Yep, and then it's just.
Definitely should be a fumble. Beckham.
Yeah.
Got the recovery for the Hornets.
Right, and he was looking upfield. Instead of taking the ball in, he's looking upfield first, and that's where it came loose. Let's see what the call is going to be here.
Yeah, Baker football.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yep, they got it. Got it right. Boy, just went right through Solomon's hands. Solomon, 9 catches on the year. Trying to some of that misdirection and then pitch, and 4 turnovers now for the Pirates.
And as well as this team has played, they just gave up a long slant by the DB slipping. So there's no room now, no wiggle room for the Fairhope defense.
Davis, it's maybe a yard.
Davis on the carry, no gain on the play.
How soon do they take their time with as far as the play clock, all that sort of thing, Jim?
Yeah, I think
we're only in the third period, but it looks like there's no hurry.
Yeah, you don't want to be in a hurry, and you You've got a quarterback who makes really smart decisions back there with a lot of poise.
A lot of ability.
Flowers, all kinds of time. He's going to show the big arm on Friday Night Rivals, and it's dropped. Oh, Bryce Kane, the speedster.
That was amazing. He could throw it that far.
That was near 65 in the air.
Oh, wow.
And Kane, so Kane is a great story. He's as fast as could be. He's been offered to play. He's got lots of offers to play Division I baseball, and then Austin P said, we'll let you play football. First year playing football.
First year, yeah. Hadn't played football. Maybe ever. Maybe as a youth, but not at Baker until this senior year.
That would have maybe salted this one away.
Yeah, well, a lot of time left, but you're right. It'd been a big problem.
3rd and 10. Pressure coming, going to be a hold. Flowers gets it off, be short of the first down anyway as Taylor bangs ahead, but that's going to be another holding call. I think it shows what this defensive front of Fairhope has been able to do tonight, the number of holding calls against Baker.
They're getting after him. You know, they're doing a great job of penetrating, not giving
during the play
Flowers much time.
On the offense, penalties 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay 3rd down.
So I think they were short of the first down, but I think I think he's just saying, hey, they want to make it be 3rd and forever as opposed to 4th and short. Give them a chance to go for it.
Give them a chance to think about it.
Yeah.
3rd down, played again.
And also, field position wise, Jim, even if they were going to punt it from there, they're now at the 25 as opposed to the 50.
Yeah. It is 3rd and 25. But you got to get the stop.
Right.
Flowers steps up. Now he's going to take off. Flowers, big hit from the backside, spins. He gets up to about the 37. He'll gain 12, but it's only half of what they needed.
Boy, he's complaining about a face mask right there, which could have changed everything if they got him for the 15, an automatic first down.
And
Brockton Norris makes the tackle.
And a down.
Pirate down.
Pirate on the field. It's Campbell McKellar. Oh no. Not. Let's. Did he have a? There's maybe one coming. Oh, yeah. He had a legitimate beef there. That was not McKellar who was down. I think he had a legit plate there.
I mean, inches from the ground, but he grabbed it. Last guy in the pile grabbed it.
Mosley will stand back around his own 30 as Munson let this one go from about the 25. Good kick. And now flag here might be roughing on the Pirates as Mosley doesn't get much, and Munson was collided with. And let's see what this does here on 4th and 13, Dan Brennan.
Well, if it's the 15-yarder, it's an automatic first down, I do believe.
Boy, this would be another special teams.
Another blunder.
Error by the Pirates. And it's going to be the 15-yard variety.
On the defense.
But Tim Carter is beside himself.
Automatic first down.
So it's going to come from the right side.
Roughing the kicker, 15 yards, first down for the Baker Hornets.
Oh, boy.
I guess.
You might question the level of egregiousness on that one as well.
I'd agree.
But that gives Baker first down up at the 47 of the Pirates.
Boy, one more possession with the 28-10 lead.
And now Fairhope's going to take a timeout here. And you almost wonder if this is Coach Carter pulling his senior leaders in on defense and saying, hey, you got to get it together right here. On this, you got to get a stop here.
Sponsors, Minto Oral and Maxillofacial, On-Time Services, Terry Thompson Chevrolet.
Scholastic athletes brought to you by Andy Citron. Hunter Kilgore's Baker's High School's a Scholastic athlete, 12th grader. 4.6 GPA, 28
is that
on
possible?
the ACT.
I guess it is. It's there, right? It's a 4.6.
Yeah, that's outstanding. Sports, of course, he's a football player and soccer. National Honor Society, Youth Leadership of Mobile. A leader on and off the field with commitment to academics and athletics, and a leading example to his teammates as well. So, a great career on the field and in the classroom for Kilgore. Stephen Laraway, Fairhope High School, GPA 4.43. Sports, he's captain of the swim team. Premier Diplomat and Outstanding Speaker Awards. That's always good. President of Fairhope High School Model UN. And on. Thanks to Andy Citron for recognizing those student athletes.
When you see Secretary General in there,
yeah,
it's a good sign that the Scholastic athlete is performing well.
Yeah, I guess they've got their own kind of junior United Nations, and
maybe it's the real UN. I mean, it could have been the real UN.
He's a higher ranker at that UN.
Pick up a 5 for the Hornets. Flowers looks over as we're inside 3 minutes to go here. Cam Ward will come in motion. Now they really are milking that play clock inside 5. Flowers, if they run a little option, decides to keep it himself, and a great defensive read there by the Pirates.
No gain on the play.
Corey DeVoli, linebacker, staying home.
3rd and 5 for the Hornets.
If you've been watching this whole game, this statement will make sense, I swear to you, but I'm very impressed with Fairhope's defense tonight.
Yeah.
That's fair, right?
Yeah. Gave up one drive and one big play, and 2 other touchdowns have come on a pick 6 and a special teams report. Flowers looks, throws, and what a catch by Ward. He's going to have the first down. Fairhope saying he didn't catch it. Officials are saying he did.
They're going to mark it down? Okay. Look at Big Flowers step into it. I could not tell what happened there. Okay, maybe this will be a better view, Jim.
Probably get a reception and a first down.
When he turns over, he's got it in his belly. Oh, wow.
That's a clear incompletion.
He did not catch that football.
And this one is caught clearly on the far side, and it's Bryce Kane who dropped one, but this time he goes 42 for the touchdown.
Touchdown for the Baker Hornets.
Well, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And the play after the drop pass, it was called a caught pass. Watch that move on the corner. Leaves Fairhope defenseless.
Kane, his 2nd touchdown of the season.
Could have been the 2nd of the night.
And Kilgore stays perfect on the night. It is 35-10. Baker. They've never beaten Fairhope.
Well, they never had that guy quarterback, Jim.
Does help. They're on top by 25 with a minute and a half to go in the 3rd. Friday Night Rivals here tonight in Fairhope. Want to thank our special friends, including the United States Coast Guard, for being a part of our broadcast each and every week. Also, the Mobile County Sheriff's Office and Greer's, longtime partner of ours as well. And also, same with Barrow Fine Furniture. 35-10. Baker gets a fortunate call on a drop pass that's ruled complete, and then the next pass goes for a touchdown. And they're on top 35-10.
A team they've never beaten. And after last week losing to a team they almost never lose to, happened in 12 years, Mary G.
0-21-2 all time, and this one goes into the end zone. That'll give us a chance to send it down to Heather Healy on the sideline with a special guest. Heather.
I have a very special guest. I have the Employee of the Year for the whole city of Fairhope, David Miller, who is the SRO for Fairhope High School. Tell us really all about this award. You are very humbled, to say the least. So talk a little bit of how special this is to win it.
It is. My chief called me and told me we have a luncheon, and so when they were giving out 5, 10, 15-year, 20-year pins, and then they had the Employee of the Year, and I was surprised because I don't look for nothing like that. I just come and do my work, and I was shocked that I got it because I never think I'll get something like that because I'm just humble with what I do. I love my job, and so when they told me I had it, I was like pinching myself because I couldn't believe it that I got something like that.
And your chief is the one that nominated you, correct?
Yes, from my understanding, she put me in, and I guess it was a committee, and they voted me for the Employee of the Year.
You've been at Fairhope for 17 years. Talk about how special it is to be in pirate country every day.
Yes, go to school, SRO at the school, and I just love the job, dealing with kids, and so I just love what I do.
Well, we appreciate it. Congratulations on that big award. Your principal came to me at half and asked us to do this, and we couldn't be happier for you.
Thank you.
Guys.
They honored Mr. Miller before the game, right before kickoff as well. He was honored down on the sideline. And congratulations, Employee of the Year in the city of
Pretty
Fairhope.
cool. Very, very, very nice.
You can tell he has a special relationship with the kids. Fairhope High School, 3rd and 8, Creel slips a tackle, floats it over the middle, and it's off the hands and incomplete. As he tried to go to Jason Connolly.
For the Pirates.
It's 4th down, and you're pinned so far back here, 4th and 8. You gotta punt it, right? With 48 seconds to go in the third, you gotta punt it for your own team.
Yeah.
I think they had a discussion on the sideline.
You're behind the sticks.
Yeah.
You're behind in the game in a big way.
Yeah, Creel that was not on him.
No, neither was the drop pitch.
Yep.
So he's had a tough night, and they've had a tough night around him.
Punt from the 10. Great kick. Fair catch called for.
Smart football, Jim.
Yep. Campbell back at the 39.
At the 40-yard line will be 1st down for Baker. Third quarter coming to an end in a few seconds.
So, hey, each week, if you're a junior or a senior, Wendy's Giant of the Week, you can be nominated. Heather Healy will talk all about you, right, Dan Brennan?
Yeah, if you're a junior or senior who plays football on any of the high schools in our area, you could win. Just log on to utv44.com, click on the contest tab, and you can be entered for a Wendy's Giant of the Week prize pack. Rules and regulations do apply.
And if you scan that, also see Dan Brennan enjoying a Frosty from winning.
I didn't know that was the image that came up.
Well,
I got to get a little cash out of this.
38 seconds left here in the third. Flowers would give off to Zion Davis.
Davis on the carry to the 45-yard line.
I would guess that Coach Norman will just let this one run out here after picking up 6 on 1st down. They don't need to snap it before the quarter comes to a close, and they would just love to keep this clock running. A 25-point lead.
The third quarter.
And
the Hornets lead.
This Baker team, I know they're 3-5. Looks like they're going to get in the playoffs now. They're one of the fastest teams, maybe this side of Saraland, that we've seen this year.
Through 3 here, Friday Night Rivals. Quick pitch, quicker catch, quicker score. 35-10. Baker shocking the Pirates here tonight. ready to start quarter number 4 here tonight
Second
in
and 4
Fairhope, WC Majors Field. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Heather Healy on the sideline, and Baker. They have led the entire night since the 3rd play of the game, and Roderick Taylor is going to get another Roof Doctors first down into
Gain of 9, first down for Baker Hornets.
Pirate territory.
Brassfield makes the tackle.
I think we're going to see a lot of that, Jim. A lot of running it off, handing it off, and occasionally you can see Flowers keep it himself, but if they can establish some sort of run game at this point, they're in really, really, really good shape.
And just milk the play clock down each time you have to snap it. So they'll do here is it's now under 10.
How impressive is Flowers as a leader? Just
the poise. We saw it as you commented on, we saw it as a sophomore. Taylor ahead to about the 41. He'll get 8 on first down.
Almost a matter of physics at this point that the Fairhope defense has got to be really
for the Hornets.
wearing down.
It's been on the field more here in the second half for sure.
Yep. And it's been effective too.
Yeah, you can just see the calm, the pre-snap, directing his teammates.
Absolutely.
Getting everybody lined up.
Fairhope's bringing some pressure.
Davis battles ahead just inside
Davis on the carry.
40.
Close to the first down.
It's going to be close, and he's saying, I've got it, and I believe the officials will agree with him. It's another Roof Doctors first down. And what did Coach Norman say? He said, hey, if we need 3 yards, Davis will always get it for us.
Yeah,
right
he
there.
did say that at Alabama Orthopedic Clinic during our pregame show. That guy is a pleasure to be around, Steve Norman.
No question. 4th year at
he enjoys
Baker.
the ride, you know.
Yeah, he was, and again keeping your team focused, even at 3-5, to say, hey, look, we're one away from getting ourselves into the playoffs.
Yeah, and they're playing great tonight. Taking advantage of whatever was given to them when the first half was plenty.
And now they're going to take a timeout with 9:47
Timeout called by the
left.
Hornets.
So we'll do the same just inside 10 minutes to go. Baker on top big. After the timeout, first down coming up here for the Hornets. But before that, let's go down on the sideline. I could use some of that up here. Heather, Dan, and I, our hands are cold.
Well, you guys should come down here. This will definitely warm yourself up. This is one of the coolest things I think I have ever done on a football sideline. I'm not going to toss it in the air because bad things are going to happen. But Molly is a senior here, and I remember you from last year. You guys were doing this. Talk about what goes into throwing batons with fire.
So first we have to soak them in fuel. We use tiki torch oil, and then we remove the excess fuel, and then we just kind of go for it. We usually do easier tricks that we're more comfortable with, but it's a lot of fun.
Have there been any incidents this past season?
Not really. It's kind of hard to burn yourself, surprisingly. You'd think it'd be a little bit easier, but as long as you're safe with it and aware of your surroundings.
Okay, all right. I'm not going any closer than that, but there's 4 of you guys. Talk about the team that you guys have this year, because it is ecstatic over here in the sidelines and over here in the stands, when you guys perform like this.
Yeah, well, we all at one point twirled competitively, and we had a wonderful coach. Her name's Stacy Forbes. But we've been twirling together since middle school, and so I think the bond is really what shows on the sidelines and what's so fun to watch.
Is there something that you can guys show us real quick?
Y'all want to do a toss kick?
Here we go.
Ready?
How about that, guys? Want to give it a shot?
To help warm us up a little bit.
Look at that.
It's, I don't know if frostbite is officially set in yet, but it feels it's getting close on my fingers up here. Now I'll come back to that. The baton twirlers in a second on 3rd and 5. Flowers rolls out to the right side, hangs it up in the corner, and that one going to be incomplete. Bring up 4th down. As a product of the 80s going to high school, they didn't have that all the hairspray, big hair of the girls in the 80s. You know, that was not a good combination.
No.
Not been a good
I think it was
combination.
canceled in the 80s and came back like now. Years ago, that's the way in more primitive days, that's how they would make pot roast. Believe it or not.
It took a long time. So 4th and 5.
It wasn't like a quick microwavable dish.
Yeah, from the 34, 2 down. I think you're saying, hey, I'd rather just keep it in Josh Flowers' hand than send my punt team out there. We've seen what that can happen here.
Yep.
Just at the 34, took the shot down field there and bring in Zion Davis. Play clock down to 4, and now Baker will take their second timeout here of the half. That incomplete did stop the clock with 8:15 to go, and while Coach Norman talks it over with Josh Flowers, that'll allow us to tell you about more of our great partners here on Friday Night Rivals, including Hanson Super Tex, as they It's our halftime show each and every week. Also, longtime partner Andy Citron Injury Attorneys and the Scholastic Athlete of the Week. And at the end of the year, one Scholastic Athlete's going to get $5,000. Also, the Alabama Orthopedic Clinic, where we're at for our pregame show. And also our Facebook Live stream brought to you by Alabama Orthopedic Clinic and Wendy's, our Wendy's Giant of the Week. And this timeout, give us a score. UMS Wright has now scored 14 unanswered. They lead Faith Academy 21-20 in the fourth quarter in that 5A Region 1 matchup. And the big one down in South Mobile County between number 1 Saraland, number 3 Theodore. Saraland on top 26-24 in the fourth quarter as Theodore just got a touchdown to cut that to a 2-point deficit.
Wow. Couple of big games, good games.
How about this one? Could have implications for where we may be next week. St. Paul's needs a win over Baldwin County to clinch a playoff spot. That one's 21-21 in the third.
Whoa.
4th and 5 here for the Hornets, trying to keep this drive going. Flowers does keep it himself.
Flowers on the keeper.
Lunges ahead, and looks like that's going to be enough to.
Corey Gavoli makes the tackle.
Move the chains. Got an injured Pirate down here, depending on the spot. I have not given us an official spot yet, and now we got the first down. And boy, such a weapon, just on 4th and 5.
Just kind of feels his way around. He's big body, so you're more than likely just going to bounce off him. Let's see if he got the first down.
Yeah, they have given it to him.
Okay.
So, watch here.
Watch him just probe around here, Jim. He's not in a hurry, playing off the block. Makes the cut and gets the first down.
And the Pirate able to come off under his own power here to the near sideline. I think that's Parker Beach maybe coming off. So another first down. Now with 8 minutes.
Yeah, you know, Fairhope's had such a good season. I think the crowd is a little bewildered by the performance tonight, and certainly by the score on the scoreboard.
It's number 5 ranked team in the state.
Yeah.
Beat 35-10 at home.
They've had a lot of injuries, Jim.
Yep.
And, you know, we know this to be true in high school football. There's a reason a guy's number 1 and the other guy's number 2 on the depth chart. Sometimes it's sizable.
No question. Back to Davis, and now a flag comes out. Nothing going
Davis on the carry
there,
on a penalty play.
It's probably going to be a hold.
Looks like it's coming back with a hold, and it is.
Yeah. That was a quick hold as well.
During the play, holding on the offense. Penalties 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Fairhope, I believe Fairhope has 2 timeouts remaining in Baker. Yeah, Baker's taken 2 in the second half. Fairhope's just got the 1. They called it a defensive timeout there. So it's actually the graphic is a little flipped there. So Baker has just 1 timeout. Fairhope has 2, but clock continues to wind here, and it's going to be close to 7 minutes when they snap
After the
this one.
So the penalty at the 40-yard line.
First and 21 for the Hornets. Davis next to Flowers. Back, Davis spins. Good penetration by Corey DeVole.
Davis on the carry, no gain on the play.
That's maybe
Corey DeVole makes the tackle.
maybe a yard, not much more as we move inside 7 minutes.
Sitting at the 40-yard line.
You know, scoreboard be damned. Fairhope plays with a lot of passion defensively. They just do. There's a reason that score is as high as it is, and it's not got anything to do with effort defensively.
So Baker going to hold on here. They're going to knock off Foley, the region champions. They're going to knock off Foley if they hold on to beat Daphne. They're up 28-7. Look at Flowers go. Flowers now. Flag comes in here. He reverses direction. Flowers to the other side, trying to get to the corner.
Flowers on the keeper. There is a penalty.
Gonna be a 40-yard scamper, but there was a flag. It's thrown up around the 20. It's going to be a hold. It's going to take the touchdown off the board, but that was still fun to watch.
Oh, my gosh. That was his play of the night so far. If you want to disallow the 70-yard pass in the air, that fell incomplete.
So, but see where this flag, okay.
During the play, holding on the offense, penalties 10 yards from the spot of the foul, replay second down.
So it was up around the 30. So I think maybe when it's at the bottom of your screen is where they threw it when he cuts it. I didn't.
Yeah, wow. I don't know what he saw. Nothing that we saw. I saw Flowers score a touchdown in the end, but it's wiped away.
I don't think it was the hold that allowed him to get in.
No. If you could find one.
So after that, it's 2nd and 20. Davis. Pick up about 8 there on second down. It'll bring up third down as we get here to the halfway mark of quarter number 4. Gulf Shores leads Viger 23-7. McGill 35-18, the lead over Blunt. Orange Beach on top of Escambia County, big 48-19. Third and 14, and play clock at 5. Josh Flowers fakes the pitch. Not really anywhere to go inside the 28, but not going to try a field goal here, so you just keep the offense out. I think you just bring up 4th and 10. I think you should just keep your offense out as opposed to block field goal, run back.
Well, you had a bad special team snap earlier.
Unless you want to
let to a field goal for.
I don't think you're going to punt it from the 29.
Yeah, that bad snap led to 3 points for Fairhope right before the half.
Instead, maybe they are. Just see if they take another timeout, let it run all the way down. I think that's what they'll. You're going to have to hurry if they don't. Yeah, now they'll just take the timeout.
Yep.
Now that dropped the flag, but Josh Flowers turned around and called the timeout. But it's all the way down to 4:40. So we'll take a break.
Timeout called by the Hornets.
As well, Baker on top big over the number 5 ranked Fairhope Pirates late in this one here on the Eastern Shore. Friday Night Rivals here. More of our great partners include USA Health. Speaking of USA, how about the sellout last night? Also, Roof Doctors, Herc Reynolds, and also City Mobile and their Kindness Counts campaign. So 4th and 10 here for the Hornets. Flowers looking to pass, middle of the field, able to get that one off and complete. Going to be good for the first down as Alex Austin, his first
across the middle, enough for a first down.
Catch here of the night, and good for a first down. And
he hasn't thrown in much, but there's been times when he's looked darn good doing it, right?
Yeah, you've seen the big arm, and then you see the
15-yard line.
The patience there on the crossing pattern. And now, I guess a healthy dose of Davis and Flowers on the ground here. Davis this time. The left side
on the carry right at the
down to about the 12 or so as we're inside 4 minutes.
12-yard line
to go in this one.
Flowers tonight, Jim, he's thrown it sparingly. 5 out of 9, 130 yards, a couple of touchdowns.
On that play.
Go ahead and mark him down as a Kirk Reynolds Player of the Game nominee.
Certainly.
Baker, they sucked the life out of this crowd early here. Huge crowd for Fairhope.
Yeah.
Back off to Davis. Davis bowls down, still pushing forward.
Davis on the
and already inside the Dr. Pepper maroon zone. It's now 1st and goal inside the 1.
This score is going to get a lot of attention.
Statewide.
Yeah, you're right, because of the statewide rank of Fairhope.
We'll continue to let the clock run down here. Flowers with the give, and Davis bangs it in for another Hornet touchdown.
What a night for Baker High School. What a night on the road at Fairhope on a chilly night. But they are warming the hearts of their fans.
Against a team you've never beaten. 0-21-2 in your history. I mean, these kids are making history at Baker High School tonight.
Good point. It's a historic night for Baker High School football. Got to be some happy kids on that sideline, huh?
Absolutely. And also knew they needed a win here tonight to have a chance to keep playing into November. They'd have lost tonight, there's no chance to make the playoffs, and now they win here tonight, and it looks like they're going to finish out as one of the top 4 teams here in the region, and they'll go on to play in the playoffs. And somewhere there's a coach that's going to watch this game on YouTube or something, be like, I'd assume they'd have stayed home. You're going to have to play him in the playoffs, right?
Man, well, you got a great quarterback. You've got good running backs. You've got a lot of speed on the outside. You know, they're not missing much. They're just, you know, they have found ways to lose games, but they won this one.
Yep. At the end of tonight's game, we'll also have our Dr. Pepper one-of-a-kind player of the game. Might be one of a kind that's getting recruited heavily all across the Southeast. All right. Got a scoring update. In the 6A Region 1 Championship, Theodore's kicked a field goal and now on top of Saraland 27-26.
Wow.
This one kicked short up the far side, and
Godfrey takes the kick.
Godfrey
out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. We first down.
Takes it there, and now
the Fairhope Pirates.
Stepped out of bounds quickly after he made that one, and that is not a happy Coach Carter on these.
No, it's not. And I think we're all a little shocked by what we're seeing here tonight. It's not that it stayed competitive. In the end, it didn't stay competitive. And those first half, we know, was the turnovers. Second half, it was Baker being Baker.
Get a flag before. a 15-yard walk-off before.
During the kick, we have a legal procedure on the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down, Fairhope.
Kickers ruled out of bounds. Starts from the 35-yard line. First down for Fairhope Pirates.
All right. At the 35 with 2:34 left. Real just
Waylon McCants around the
gives
left
it off to
end.
McCants.
Gain of 3 on the play. The second down for the Pirates.
3, and I think see Coach Carter and Joel Williams, offensive coordinator as well, saying, all right, let's just keep this one on the ground, keep this clock running, and let's get ahead to looking for Briarwood as they go on the road next week, and Creel, and also said what they can't have that young man get hurt here late in this one. You're going to be real careful just to get out of here as healthy as you can now at this point and live to fight another day, right?
Yeah, I agree. And it looks like that's the idea here.
Yeah, Creel.
Matthew Young.
There are no 32-point plays, right?
No. Matt Young comes in at quarterback now for the Pirates on 3rd and 7, and dump it to McCants. McCants, he took a big wallop.
Pass is complete. Down to about the 41-yard
there
line.
to about the 41, maybe. Brooks, who's got an interception tonight.
4th down and 3 for the Pirates.
4th and 3 with a minute 15 left, and if Fairhope doesn't convert here, expect just a couple of kneel downs, and this one would be over as Young here on 4th and 3 for the Pirates. McCants stays on his feet, but he is going to lose a yard, and that
on the carry
is going to put
short of the first down. Be a turnover on down.
A close on this one for
the Pirate 44-yard
Fairhope
line.
Pirates. They will suffer their second loss
I remind everyone
of the season.
Welcome to join the Pirates next week as we travel to
and our Dr. Pepper player of the game.
Can't be there in person.
Boy, he's fun to watch. Josh Flowers, the touchdown pass there. Ran for another early.
Please pick up the trash that you brought. Your neighbors left.
This was his second touchdown throw of the night. Again, didn't have to put it in the air a lot, but that was a 4th down conversion there. Then we saw the big arm, one that hung up for about 65 in the air.
That was a thing of beauty.
It would have been a touchdown. The receiver just dropped it, and now the Hornets will just have to take a quick knee. They got to trying to get some fresh players out there. No, and I think Coach Norman just got the ice water bath.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about with this guy, right?
Yeah.
They knew they could do that. There was not going to be any retribution.
Also remind everyone on both sides of the field to remain
happy there was a reason to do that.
I think, and they know that about him. Like, he'll be good with it.
Others come to you after the ball game.
And this one will be, they'll have to snap it one more time. Roderick Taylor had the big night, had the long kickoff return for the touchdown. A big night for the Hornets. And what a win here tonight for the Fairhope Pirates, the Baker Hornets here at Fairhope. Happy Coach Norman said, hey, we got to get the win here tonight. And he hasn't been doing any scoreboard checking in, I'm sure, but he'd like to know soon. Looks like it's good news, Foley and Baker, for him as well. It was cold, but the Hornets were hot.
Yes.
They win it tonight. What a win for the Baker Hornets tonight on the road. They beat Fairhope for the first time in school history. It looks like they're going to go on to the playoffs as well, but what a win here tonight. So impressive. And Heather has got the head coach, Steve Norman. Coach, Heather.
We're your little
damp the last time that I saw you, Coach. Talk to me a little bit about this historic win tonight. How you got it done?
It's unreal because I think this is the first time we've beaten in Fairhope in school history. So it's a great win. I think it kind of put us in a better shape too with the playoffs. I don't know the whole thing right now, but and it was a great team win. Defense played their tails off. Offense executed when they had to, and it was a great job by both sides of the ball. I'm really proud of them.
You caused quite a bit of commotion in this region, to say the least. How are you going to carry this win tonight into next week?
Well, we got to play Mountain Brook next week, and I think they're the number 1 or number 2 team in 6A, so it's going to be tough. But I don't know if it's one of those games that's going to count. I'm sure if it is, we're going to have those wins in order for us to advance forward, depending on the outcome of the games in the region. So it makes it fun.
3 interceptions tonight in that first half alone. Your defense playing lights out, containing that quarterback. Talk about the efforts there.
Great job by the kids. They did far beyond than what we expected them to do, and that's what made it such a great night. Is we were so worried going into this game that the quarterback was going to get around us, move around, get out of the pocket, and make things happen, and he did. But our guys stepped up, and we contained them the best we could.
You asked the Foley score. They're leading 28-7, which is good news for you.
That's great news for us. Right. That's even better. So hopefully everything will wait. That's like, the state will tell you when you're playoffs. So we'll have to wait and see. Probably wait till next week and find out the outcome, though. We're excited, though.
Absolutely. All right, we have a representative from Dr. Pepper to give you a game-winning trophy.
Man, I love Dr. Pepper.
Coach, on behalf of Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper, we want to congratulate you on the game of the week.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, man. Sir. I appreciate that. That's awesome.
Coach, congratulations on this historic win.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
Win and they get the Dr. Pepper trophy.
It's something, a trophy after every game. Well, maybe, look, Dr. Pepper, they can do what they want. They're the sponsor, but they really deserve it considering the history of this win.
No doubt. You heard him say, I love Dr. Pepper. Our player of the game nominees from Herc Rentals, Josh Flowers, Roderick Taylor, and Jaden Brooks. Go to utv44.com tonight to vote on your player of the game. Got a final from Theodore to pass along, 27-26. Theodore beats Saraland with a late field goal. Want to thank Dr. Pepper, Sonic, Coast Guard, Greer's Barrow Fine Furniture, Hanson Supertex, Andy Citron Injury Attorneys, the Alabama Orthopedic Clinic, USA Health, Roof Doctor, City Mobile, and Herc Rentals with our final score here tonight. 42-10. It started early with a Baker pick six. Then they got one on special teams. Rod Taylor took this one 84. And the Hornets are going to be playing in the playoffs behind Josh Flowers and a feisty defense. So they get the win here tonight on the road in 7A at Fairhope. And Coach Norman got dunked on, and he was happy. Final score here. Big win tonight for Baker. Jim Cox, Dan Brennan, Heather Healy on the sideline, our entire Friday Night Rivals crew. Good night from Fairhope.